Hello, this is topic 9-3. We're just continuing to write equations of lines. And so ultimately we want our lines to be in the form of y equals mx plus b, where m is our slope and b is our y intercept. However, we do have point-slope form of the equation, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And so we're going to use this point-slope form of the equation most of the time in order to find our line. Well, here they tell us that we have a slope of negative 1/2. That's my m. And it passes through this point. And so this is x1 and y1. We start plugging in. Y minus 1 equals m, which is negative 1/2, times x minus negative 4. Well, minus and negative is really plus, so I'm going to rewrite this as y minus 1 equals a negative 1/2 x plus 4, and that's in parentheses. And now I'm going to distribute. So y minus 1 equals a negative 1/2 x minus 2, because the negative times a positive gives me a negative. Now I'm going to add 1 to both sides just to get rid of it. And so I'm left that y equals a negative 1/2 x minus 1. Quite simple. They've given us our slope. They gave us a point. Use point-slope form to pull our equation. Take a look at number 2. Here we have a horizontal line. Now remember, horizontal lines go this way. So negative 2, 8. And that horizontal line is going to go that way. And so even though negative 2, 8 is on there, it doesn't matter what other points I put, but my y value will always be at 8. So y equals 8. So if you see a horizontal line, all you have to do is look at the y value. For example, number 3. Here we're given 2 points. And I need my slope. Well, the formula for slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And so x1, y1, x2, y2. So 2 minus 6 over a negative 3 minus 3 is a negative 4 over a negative 6, which leaves me with 2/3 as my slope. And now I go back to point slope. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Now I could use either point. I'm going to go ahead and choose this one because there are no negatives. And so y minus 6 equals m, which is 2/3, times x minus x1 is 3. Go ahead and distribute. Y minus 6 equals 2/3 x minus 2, because 2/3 times a negative 3 is a negative 2. Add 6 to both sides, and y equals a 2/3 x plus 4. Moving on to example number 4. Here we have a vertical line. It goes through the point negative 8, 2. And it's vertical, goes straight up and down. And it really doesn't matter what point we put on here. The x-coordinate's always going to be at -8. And so if you see where it says vertical, know that you're just going to grab the x-coordinate. On to number 5, my y-intercept, that would be 0, -2. My x-intercept, that would be 6, 0. Now I need to find my slope, y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So that would be 0 minus a -2 over 6 minus 0 gives me 2 over 6, which is 1/3 as my m value. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. I'm going to go ahead and just use this point right here, because y minus 0 is very nice. It equals a 1/3 times x minus 6. And so this just becomes y equals 1/3 x minus 2 when I distribute. Now I want you to notice something. They gave me my y-intercept, which means that they told me that b equals -2. And so I could have done y equals mx plus b, plug the m in here, plug the b in there, and got y equals 1/3 x minus 2, which is the same thing that we got over here. If they give you the y-intercept, they've really said you don't need to worry about point-slope form. I've already told you what b is. Just find your slope and we're good. Let's take a look at example number 6. Now example number 6 says that we have an undefined slope. And it goes to the point -4, 5. Well, an undefined slope is one that goes straight up and down. Well, we already know that if we get a line that goes straight up and down, like we did for number 4, all we care about is our x value. Very simple. And now for the last example on this one, we have an x-intercept of 3. That's 3, 0. And we have another point, 7, 4. So we've got to find our slope. y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Alright, so y2 is 4 minus 0 over 7 minus 3 is 4 over 4, which is 1. Pick a point. I'm going to go ahead and use this one. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So y minus 0 equals 1 times x minus 3. And so y equals x minus 3. Because minus 0 does nothing, and the distributing the 1 really does nothing. And so that is more on writing equations of lines. Hopefully you have a good handle of it by now. Good luck on your assignment. Have a good day.